Hi fam, welcome back to my channel once again. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to make this bridal robe, and this is the part 2 of the bridal robe. The part 1 is the outer one, and the part 2 is the inner robe, the inner dress with the belt. Okay, so if you're interested in this video, stay tuned and don't forget to like, share, and then subscribe to my channel. Thank you to my OG and my new G's. Welcome to my channel. So guys, let's get straight into this video. So in this video, I'll be using a lycra fabric. Okay, so the fabric is a lycra fabric, and I've already folded my fabric into 4. Right, so I'm going to be starting with my start line. Okay, so in any like drafting or whatever you're doing, when you want to cut on the fabric, you need to create a straight line that you use as a guide to your vertical measurement. Okay, so that is the starting line right now, and then I'm using 42 inches total of fabric, but it's folded into 4, so I have 10.5 in quarter. All right, so I'll begin by marking my vertical measurement, that is shoulder to the bust, under bust, the waist, the low waist, and then the hip. All right, so at this point I won't be needing my under bust and my low waist measurement, okay, because I'm not going to be drafting any bustier here. Right, and the fabric I have at hand is a stretch fabric, so I totally forgot, and then I included those my vertical measurement, but you have to ignore those lines. I'm only going to make the lines that I'll be using prominent. Okay, so the bust, the waist, and then the hip line is the only lines that I'll be using. Okay, so I'll mark my shoulder measurement of 7.5 inches, that is half of the shoulder measurement. Okay, and I'm going to be marking a neck width of 4 inches, like that, 4 inches. And for the neck depth, I am going to be marking 6.5 inches. Right, so by the time I finish sewing, I'll be getting 7 inches for the depth and then 4.5 inches for the width. Okay, so I'm going to be connecting this for the front neck line. Right, so the next thing I am going to do is I am going to be marking 1 inch after a half inch, sorry, after my shoulder, and I'm going to mark 1 inch under the half inch mark that I made, and I'm going to be creating my shoulder slope. Okay, so I'm going to connect from the nape of my neck to that 1 inch point that I made. Okay, so right from there I am going to be marking on 6.5 inches for the armhole. Okay, so next thing, I'm going to be transferring my shoulder measurement onto my chest line, like that, so that I will get an even square, or should I say an angle. Okay, so after that I'll just connect my points like so, okay, to form an angle. Okay, all right, now that I am done, the next thing is to reduce my shoulder. Okay, because I don't need that much, I need just kind of a strap, but it's a bit thicker than a strap. Right, so I'm going to be connecting from there to create my armhole. So this armhole is for both the front and then the back. Okay, now the next thing is to insert my chest measurement on my bust line, my bust measurement on my bust line, and then also my bust measurement on my chest line, which is the armhole line. And then I will be inserting my waist measurement as well as my hip measurement. Okay, So after marking that, I am just going to mark the bottom part of the dress. Alright, so I'm tapering this. So after that, I'll just connect all the points together and then blur out or blunt out all the sharp edges that I've got. So I'm adding half inch to the shoulder and then 1 inch all through. Okay, so the next thing is to mark my back neckline. I also want the back to be a little bit deeper, so I'm going in for 4 inches and I am going to be connecting into a curve. All right, so guys, as at this point I think we are basically through with the drafting. It's quite simple, right? Yeah. So I forgot to tell you that the length of this dress is it's 35 inches, all right, including um the joining or the hemming allowance. Okay, so right now that I am done, I am going to be bringing out the back pattern or the back piece, and I'm going to be trimming off for the front neckline like I am doing. All right, so once this is done, I'm going to be putting my pieces together, and I'm going to be working on the facing for turning out the necklines and then the armhole. Okay, so I've already cut out these facings for my neckline, and then I'm going to be showing you how to cut it for the front neckline as well. So just keep your fabric or your pattern folded like so, and then grab a new fresh piece of fabric. Okay, so once you're done with that, you just go ahead and then match the folded end to the folded end of the fabric. Once that is done, guys, you can just go ahead and then trim or trace out your neckline, or you can just go ahead and then cut it out like I am doing. All right, so I'm going to trace the shoulder as well, and then now I'm going to be determining the height of the facing that I need. Okay, so I'm just cutting exactly what I need. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside now that I have all my facings for the neckline and then the sleeve or the armhole. I'm just going to focus on the belt now. Now this is the only piece of fabric that I have here. I'm going to be splitting this into two, and I'm going to be joining them. Okay, but before that, I'm going to be cutting out the width of the fabric that I need. So I'm going to be marking out 1.75 inches, including my sewing allowance, and then I'm going to be connecting these points together and I'll cut it out. So guys, once that is done, I am just going to begin by joining my front and then the back panels together at the shoulder area. Okay, so I'm just going to align this and then put the back on it and then join it at the shoulder. I'm going to do the same thing to the neckline, the sleeve, or let me say the armhole, and then for the belt I'm going to join and then fold stitch all the way through to the end. Alright, so guys, I'm done with the stitching and I've pressed my seam open, and then I went ahead to overlock my seams as well. So once I was done, I did the same thing to the neckline, and then I hemmed the rough edges. Okay, so I'm just going to match this up and then we are going to be sewing. But before that, I am going to be sewing and then top stitching as well. Before that, I am just going to continue with the armhole. So I'm just doing the same as I did with the neckline. I am placing this in place so that I'll take it to my machine and then stitch. Now for the belt, I'm going to flip it over and then close the ends. Okay, so now I'm going to be pinning down all of my pieces, and I'm going to be taking it to the machine, and I am going to be stitching them. So guys, right now I am done with the neckline, the sleeve, and then the hemming of this dress. And also I've sewn the sides and I've overlocked everything together. Alright, so this is how it looks in front as well. Very soon I'll be putting it on the mannequin so that you can see how it actually looks. Now for the belt, I'm just going to flip it over. I'll be providing a detailed tutorial on how to use your loop turner, but for now just enjoy the tutorial as it is. Okay, so with the stitch line, okay, falling in the middle, it's in the middle, like the hem part in the middle, I'm going to be closing my belt. And guys, this is how the inner looks as well. It looks beautiful. It came out beautiful. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also tell me things you like me to make videos on. And thank you for watching. I am going to be seeing you guys in my next tutorial. Take care and have a lovely day. Bye bye.